Okay, how do I negotiate with a really good negotiator? And there are ones out there. I got a friend, Patrick Tinney, who wrote a book on this, The Bonus Round. You got to get that book. But he deals with these companies, these high, top Fortune 100 companies, and they have actual people. Their buyers are really terrific negotiators with one job, and their job is to get the best price. Get the best price. Here's the thing. Most negotiators that you meet, not very good. They think they're good. They went to a couple courses. They did all that. Not very good, because they're just number people and just playing there with the numbers. They don't have the psychological impact that you're able to induce from them, because you know that most people are human, and as much as they want to avoid it, they're going to respond well to those human relation triggers that work so well. And those are the things that you practice from being a better person and a better salesperson. And so you go into every situation the same. Compliment, compliment, compliment. If you see somebody and you have an idea that they're a good negotiator, you want to let them know that. Listen, Mr. Jones, I'm a little intimidated right here, because you've been in business for 1,000,000 years. You've been doing this forever. You're probably a really great negotiator, and I know you're going to get the best deal no matter what. So I've come here with as much as I can give, and if we can work out something, are you in a position to make a decision today? And what you've just done is put them on defense, and they're just not comfortable being there. Even though you know they're going to get a better deal, you say you have your best stuff, they have your best stuff. You've put yourself below them, and they're like, oh shucks, I'm not that good. I haven't been here all that long. You've put themselves below them, and now you're saying, are you in a position to make a decision today? Now he thinks he's a hotshot. Of course I'm in the ability to make a decision today. He says, absolutely, if the price is right. And then you just say, well, what are you hoping to pay? And just shut up and let them give you an answer. You don't know where they are. You don't know what their story is, what their name, and they could do something terrifically low or terrifically high. It doesn't matter. But if you can get them to name the price first, you got the advantage. That's where we're going. Now, he might be an experienced, or he or she might be a terrifically experienced negotiator and say something to you like this. Okay, listen. You're not going to get me to say the first price. I know the game you're playing. No, I'm not saying you give me your best price. And so if you got that, now you're actually friends. What you've just gained right there is mutual respect for each other. And at which point I have a certain philosophy, and the philosophy I teach everybody in my courses and my training and all that stuff is I'm not going to fight for the last dime. I'm just not going to do it. I don't think that's anywhere to live. I'm looking to start a relationship. But if you're not looking to start a relationship, that's fine. If you're just looking for price, okay, I understand there's somebody else. I love calling my competitors, by the way, and I tell this to people. I love calling my competitors and tell them that you would be good for them and for you guys to hook up. Because I know if you're just all about price, and Mr. Jones, I know you're not all about price. There's other things you want service too, right? Yes, good. Yeah, so if you are just all about price, and some people are, I always give them to my competitors, because I know the next person is going to come for a nickel less and you'll go with them. And so we're not looking for that type of relationship. And so I just move on like that, and we're talking right here. But if they say want the same price, I don't fight for the last dime. I really don't. So tell me what's a price you're comfortable with. Maybe we could just play with that. And I'm going to keep on doing it. Keep on. As long as you're asking for the questions, you're in control when you're asking the questions. So go there, say the price. The other thing is, as far as negotiating, go in there with a price that you're not, a number that you're not willing to go below, but additional services that you can provide, additional value that you can provide. Mr. Jones, I can't go below this number, but what I can do is have a speedier shipping and give you an actual person, a liaison with their company, that you have their cell phone, that you'll be in touch with them 24 hours a day if you want. That's where we can go right there. How does that sound? You think that'll work for you? Ask the closing question. Always remember, too, when somebody asks you a question, you've earned the right to close. And so it's one of those things, it's part of that PAC system that we may have talked about before: position, answer, close. So they ask you a question, how much does it cost? Thanks for asking, I know you're serious. Position them, answer it, it's $5,000, and then close it. But I got to ask you, Mr. Jones, was that more or less than you thought it would be? And you get them to answer that question. Negotiating is just like overcoming objections. It's the fun part of the sale. This is good stuff. Take control by asking questions. Gosh, this is the fun stuff. You should have more opportunities like this. Twice as many opportunities to be in a conversation, a negotiating conversation like you're in, and your career is set. Learn to love negotiating. Go get them today.